Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, short break, Reflex GT and number 5. We have Wailers versus apeX for the deciding match. Who's going to get third place? Next to me, Zildjian Viril Neidig.
Hello.
Well known in the community as the biggest trash talker alive in Europe. Anyway.
I'll try.
The game has already started, so we're going to go live straight away. Viril is very knowledgeable about Halo Reach, a lot more than I am, so hopefully he can help me out a little bit. We're starting off with Countdown CTF, still 5 flag, still 3-second return time.
Yep, and it's all about S2, controlling S2.
Is it?
It is.
Okay.
Because you'll run the flag through S2 all the time. It's the fastest road, and you can have 2 choices to go inside or through balcony.
That is actually true. I noticed a lot on the MLG circuit that basically all the teams, they just kept their flags over S2 almost.
Yeah, they got on top just for a power weapon or just to stay alive, to get the teammates a good spawn.
Yeah, just to get some kills and get some death control.
But overall, you need to control S2.
Yeah, your call, I'm assuming apeX, everyone is calling apeX for this one.
Yeah, definitely.
3-0?
Yeah.
Wailers have been good though. I mean, a lot of people are underestimating that Wailers have actually been playing pretty well. It's just they haven't been able to take any games yet, which has been a bit frustrating for them, I'm sure.
Yeah, I just think they're quite good players, like individually, but they don't have the knowledge, like the force knowledge other people have, like on the top teams.
Yeah, the thing is, that's a bit of the problem with Wailers. They never really go outside of Holland. They only attend the smaller Dutch events. Never get that experience. They hardly scrim as well, so they don't really get the experience against better teams. And Fragby's going huge with the flag stop, and yeah, that was actually almost a cap for Wailers there. So as we were kind of dissing them, they almost capped, but apeX get a really good counter cap, and this should be a 1-0. And there you go. So we just watched these. Well, you were actually coaching LLL when the series happened.
Yeah.
LLL apeX. I just walked past the apeX side of the stage again, and they were actually still quite pissy that they lost that series. How was it for you? You were right there. You know, was it intense? Was it?
Well, it was really intense. The thing is, like, I don't know about the LLL squad. They really need to practice more, because you see they have the talent to be on top, but you just saw them, just not being good enough to just, like, they should beat apeX because they're a team with good players, but they haven't really.
They're still a random team, basically, yeah.
So, like, I was thinking, they have to beat them like 3-1, something like that, 3-0, and then they go behind 2-0. But they showed that they're quite a good team and got back 3-2, which was really good for their confidence, and can't wait to see them play against Dig.
Yeah, it takes a lot out you to be down 2-0. Like, I remember ECL3 when I was coaching and you were still playing, when that happened about 2 or 3 times. And at the end, it just takes so much out of you, though. It drains so much energy. Even as a coach, I mean, you don't do anything really as far as energy wasting goes, but I felt drained after all those series. Just so much, like, it's all on the line the entire time, and it's so stressful.
Much energy goes in it as well.
In the meantime, apeX are have gone out to a comfortable 3-0 lead, and well, Wailers are running a flag, and they might just get this. But every time they get close, apeX just seems to go clutch. And
they just run random flags. As I said, they don't have the knowledge.
They don't wait to have a good setup. They just run it.
Yeah, they just run it. And like in 10 seconds, rockets will be up. And my prediction is, if apeX get those rockets, it will be over real quick.
Okay, so let's see if that holds true. Did he just run away from the rockets? Are you sure they were up then?
Yeah.
I honestly don't know. Okay. So a bit of an unorthodox flag run, and he doesn't make, and doesn't seem to be anyone near to actually run the flag. Although Raba is running in there, but he's getting chased by about 3 or 4 guys.
They don't need to overextend now. They're 3-0 up.
That's exactly true. That's quite a basic mistake off of a lot of teams as well. Where
even the top teams make those mistakes. Though. In
that's
Europe,
true.
You don't see American teams do that though. That's a big difference between American teams and European teams, I think.
Yeah, because it can cost you an easy flag. I mean, it doesn't seem like much because you're 3-0 up, but then you're 3-1 up, and then all of a sudden they cap 2 caps in a row, and then they're tied. You know, it can go really fast. So that's exactly right. You never need to overextend in those situations. It's not worth it at all. However, apeX stopped that flag run again just before.
And I just made a mistake. Rockets weren't up.
That's what I thought.
They were like a minute before that. The sickest coach.
Yeah, you're the best coach. I'm the best commentator though, because I don't know the maps either. So, yeah, match made in heaven.
Yeah, I know, right?
That's a nice double kill
shots
from
by
Gunnar.
Gunnar, yeah. He has a really nice DMR.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we were watching, even though they lost the last series, and Gunnar wasn't the smartest player. His shot is so good. Like, he barely misses any shots. Like, he would spawn and spot a guy for maybe 2 milliseconds or something, and just get the shot off exactly right, and just get a headshot and clean him up. And even Rides was impressed by that. You know, like a top player like Rides was really impressed by that. So that kind of tells you all you need to know about how good Gunnar's shot is.
Yeah, Rocks will be up in 20 now, and I'm not wrong this time.
So yeah, it's a 3-0 lead, but Wailers are trying to fight back. I mean, they kind of demoralized because
they might actually cap.
Except for against the Spicy Boys, though, they haven't actually won a game yet against the top 3 teams. So I think they were hoping to at least be close. I know they actually did cap a flag just now.
Wait, they got Rockets now though. So if apeX plays as well, this should be really quick. Yeah, nice double by Trojan. They need to be aggressive now. It's like
Jesus. See, that's just those are just perfect shots.
Yeah.
There's bodyguard by Trojan there with those rocks.
Waiting for some nades.
See, it's really simple stuff, but it seems like Wailers never do that. They never wait, they just run in.
Yeah, that's the thing, because they don't trust each other as well. They don't. This is a team that just likes to attend, and yeah, they do think they do really think they could beat these teams. I really do think they do think that, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Well, that's not happening. It's just not happening.
Yeah, not at this event. The skill gap is a bit too big for Wailers now. They really need to put more time in to be close to these teams.
Yeah, as I said, they have Rockets and really quick crack. This will be...
Looks like a 5-1 if the return is there, but it isn't. No. So, game is extended by a little bit longer. So, off of... I asked this question to Pino just now as well. Have you, like, anyone who's really stood out to you as far as just MVPs and just really good
overall,
players?
like, I've been following Trojan for quite a while now. I've been watching the stream, and like, at first I thought it was the best of EU. I was thinking about, or either Max, Fusion, or
Max being
Riots. Trojan, yeah, Max Riots, or Trojan, and I'm convinced now that Trojan is at this point the best.
Individually, I would say he's probably individually.
No, just his smarts as well, the way he
but
the game.
I'm not sure. Like personally, I prefer Riots as a team player. I think Riots does a lot for that team. But I definitely, I mean, you could go for all of them because Fusion's been playing out of his mind as well. Like the shots he hits are so casual and so easy.
True, but the thing I don't like about his playstyle is he baits his own teammates, and like it costs your team sometimes it will cost them. And sometimes it just works because he will get his kills, and when he gets his kills, he doesn't miss.
Yeah,
when he's on, he is on fire.
Yeah, his confidence, we saw that at the ECL FFA finals. The moment he gets on, it's really hard to get him off of his game. And I think he won like all of those FFAs in the finals, or like 2 of them or something stupid.
Yeah, 2 or yeah, 2. I think 2.
It's really good. In the meantime, Wailers actually capped another flag. And they're going pretty clutch as apeX tries to finish this game off, but Wailers are just not letting them get away.
I hope for Wailers they're getting these rockets.
And Wailers actually seem to have the return. I mean, they should have this because there's no one in position except... Oh, okay. If they were gonna return that, then...
Oh, yeah. Nice team shot.
So the Rockets should be up now?
Yep.
So I heard them fire out at someone. I'm not sure who has them. Probably Ohm, I think. So what do you think, like for EGL? Say, you know, 1, 2, 3 again will be Dignitas, LLL, and apeX. What order would you put them in though? Like not right now, but for EGL, so in about a month.
We shouldn't forget Infuse though.
No, I know, but say Infuse, because we don't have any barriers for Infuse. We have no idea how good they are. Yeah. So say it's 1, 2, 3, and then how would you place them in a month? So assuming LLL gets some practice, and assuming
LLL
apeX.
First, definitely. I've seen what they can do, and I have faith in them. Of course, like I'm their coach, and I have to believe in them. Nice cap.
4-3, by the way. Yeah, I mean they're slowly but surely coming back into this game.
But Dig second and apeX, I don't even know if they're gonna stick together or not.
Yeah, it's definitely something. I mean, I just walk past. Is it going to be cap? Almost got to go
this
huge.
is game.
That's a game. So that's the first game to apeX. Took a bit longer than expected. Wailers got some flag caps back, as they have been in all these games, but they just do not manage to close these games out. Not even close, honestly. I mean, I think they had the lead in a TS once against apeX, but that's about it.
Yeah.
So it's 1-0 to apeX, as LLL and Dick are both watching on. I'm hoping I'm assuming they're going to warm up in a little bit. But yeah.
By the way, I really think Ohm is playing really good. Like, he's playing quite good for his team. But like, you can see, like, his teammates will let him down at some points, and he just doesn't trust his own team. So this team will just never work, basically. I have no idea what the next game type will be, though. This is for third or fourth place, by the way.
I'll switch it.
I think I saw TS Pit being the next game type. Next game type.
Yes, I am back. And the next game type will be TS Pit, but just a reminder, because I actually forgot this as well. This is a continuation series. It's a best of 9, and apeX was already up 3-0, so they're up 4-0 now after this game. So that basically means if they win the next match, this series is over, and apeX take third place, because it's the first of 5, and they're 4-0 up at the moment. So next game type, TS Pit. How do you like the Pit?
I love the Pit.
Yeah.
I used to love it.
But do you like it as a comeback, though?
Yeah, well, I haven't played it myself yet, like in customs, but by watching it, I really want to play it. So I think it's really good, and the feedback you hear about the Pit is good as well. So I think this is a keeper.
Okay. It looks really nice. I just kind of miss the small things about it. You know, on the other Pit, you had small jump ups, you had small lighters you could stand on, you had small lamp posts you could stand on.
And just the looks, of course.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's definitely one of my favorite maps. It's kind of like when they brought Sank back to Halo 3, when they did that, or Halo Reach as well.
Reach, yeah.
Sorry, yeah. I loved it when they did that. Oh, by the way, the screen is dead because we are switching points of view to Trojan, because Gunnar had... to Roba, sorry. We're switching to Roba because Gunnar was on the stream for the entire last series, and Trojan's already been on stream, so we're switching to Roba right now.
Roba it is.
Perfect. So, yeah, I'm assuming you guys can see all of that. My stream isn't working, but yeah.
Roba was the most important player, I think, the key player of TCM when he was on that lineup. I don't see him being the key player for this team, though.
What was, just for a sec, what was the TCM lineup again? Zao, Prosis, ISO-J?
Yeah, ISO-J, yeah.
Okay. That was the Finnish team that came over.
Mersu at one point as well.
Yeah, that was the Finnish team that came over to ECL 2 or 1 and actually performed really well, and actually inspired a lot of people that maybe, you know, the Finnish scene and the Scandinavian scene, which is not Finnish, would maybe make a bigger impact after the after G3 and Zignex and them kind of disappeared from the scene. Fortunately, only Roba kind of remains. But go ahead, yeah, Roba was the key player on that team.
Yeah, but I do think this is the game type for the Wailers to beat them, because this is a new map. Well, it's a new map to reach. It's a new style that you have to play. It's different than in Halo 3, I think.
Yeah.
And it's a team slayer, so you can play on individual skill.
And there's so many power weapons on this map as well. If you control all of those, you basically have about a 90 or like an 80% chance of winning the map if you just know how to use them.
Yeah, but even though if you look at the lineup like of apeX, you will rate them as really good individual players. So this will be difficult because I would say this is a Slayer team.
The Wailers, you mean?
No.
Oh, apeX. Sorry. It's a good shot by Robert though. They seem to all play in kind of the same style though. apeX. I mean, they're all kind of individually based. Extremely good DMRs. Decent positioning as well, with Trojan being the exception, but his shot I would say is a bit less than the other three.
His shot is less.
Yeah, I think he wins a lot by his positioning. I don't think his shot is...
like that, yeah.
Like, I think his shot is good, but I don't think it's the best out there. I think Gunner's shot, for example, is better. But I think Trojan's so goddamn unpredictable, you never know where he's coming from.
I think he reads players really well. Like, he knows what other guys are doing.
I definitely remember when I played and I had to play Trojan when he was basically up and coming and I was about to quit. That kid was so frustrating to play against. He just kind of seemed to realize, know exactly what you were going to do, when you were going to do it. Like if you were hiding in a corner, he would know when you would jump out and that kind of thing. You know, he kind of just figured, he knew how the game worked. And this guy just passed someone. Yeah, he was just hiding there. Ohm hiding in a corner and Robert completely missed him.
But what is happening right here? 20 to 8.
Yeah, this is one of those. I mean, even on Halo 3, sometimes you just got your ass kicked by random teams if you weren't that strong yourself. And apeX is definitely not in the best shape of their life as far as their team goes. So they could definitely lose this. You know, if you have a team that's really good at this, and I mean, I think this really plays to the strengths of Wailers, where they're individually pretty good. They have good shots and they know how to use power weapons. And I don't think apeX is used to be on the back foot. Oh, that's good nades.
They still have rockets though.
Yeah, it's probably gonna jump.
Oh,
that's a shame. That's a shame. At least finish the rockets. That's fine.
Hybrid is playing quite good. Online, he's the best player ever.
I always couldn't kill Trojan as well though, but Trojan transfers that to LAN, I suppose.
Yeah, true. For Hybrid, it's a really big difference though. Like he just doesn't. You can't win a 1v1. Well, a battle with him. Like in customs, he always goes off.
Yeah. He seems like a good player though. He just I said this before in the stream as well. It's kind of a shame for him that the box became available for LLL, because I think it was an extremely good learning experience for him. Obviously, being LLL, they could not turn down the box. You just don't turn down that kind of teammate.
True. Hybrid didn't really get the chance. Well, he got one chance to shine and he didn't take it. So.
And unfortunately, that's how it goes sometimes for people who are up and coming in this community. And when you get that chance, you need to make sure you take it. I mean, there's not many people who get that chance, and when you do, you need to take that. So, I know I had that as well, where I basically had one chance. I almost got kicked off a couple of times, but if you're good enough, you'll stay on the team, and if you have that kind of talent and dedication, then you'll be on the team.
The pistol, by the way, they're behind. Why is he playing like?
Well, the pistol can be a decent weapon at close range. I've noticed.
In no bloom. And the no bloom game kind of been sick, but
you managed to get your shots off really quickly. Yeah, that's it's something those Finnish guys have always done, though.
I would be pissed off if I was coaching them right now.
Yeah, I mean, but he does get a
assist.
He could
have killed him.
Yeah, well, no, but I mean, he does get a lot of damage off. And would he have been able to get as much damage off with the DMR in that short span?
Yeah, I even think he could win the battle.
Okay. It's your experience, I suppose. And I'm sure you're right. So, it's getting closer though. I mean, you can tell the Wailers are getting nervous. At the start, they were completely fearless, charging all over the map. I mean, the opening rush was like 3 guys in the opponent's flag. So, you could tell they were definitely fearless. And
that was a nice shot.
Now, apeX is slowing down the game a little bit and just taking them kill by kill. And that's exactly what apeX is much better at.
Yeah, and they're being aggressive. I have no idea how the Wailers will handle the aggression of apeX at this point. apeX
Gunner actually throwing out the oh my god after getting I think a pretty sick double kill out the DMR. Couldn't see it, but looking at the stat lines or at the kill lines, must have been pretty nasty. So 9-10
Rockets coming
Rockets, yeah. So that's a big battle for Airwave there. 5 kills up. I mean, if apeX do want to win this match, and I'm assuming they want to, then they definitely do need to make a charge now. And Trojan's doing just that. Rushing to the other side, getting 2 kills on his own. Fragby dying though. So Ruben's trying to do it all by himself, and he's cleaned up by a swarm.
I think he expected his teammates to come with him, but
yeah, but knowing Trojan, he probably didn't call it. He just probably went.
yeah, true.
So yeah, 7 kills down. It looks like Wailers are gonna take their first game of this series.
I think Custom should be up.
Unless apeX pull off a very nice comeback, which they are obviously capable of.
No, they got rockets now. Yeah, this is game. This is game.
Is that the last rocket though?
No, they still have 2 rockets left, I think.
Ah, no rockets left?
0 rockets.
Oh. Robert was taking a lot of chances there. 1 wrong nade and he's dead. But they're staying in there, and it's 49-43, 49-44. So we've seen this a lot happen, especially on the pit. The pit was one of the best comeback maps. Remember how many comebacks we had on that map?
On Reach, we only have Sanctuary. We've only seen great comebacks on Sanctuary.
Trojan overextending himself, jumping in a fight with 2 people, and even Trojan is not going to win that all the time.
And Hybrid going big for Wailers.
Stepping up, I guess, but is it too little too late? Because they need to win 5 straight. The next game will be King Nexus, so it is a random game type. And apeX have shown that they're not that great at King of the Hill at all. So let's see. They lost it to Dignitas by quite a lot. They lost it to LLL by a decent amount. So let's see.
What's the new map? Nexus.
King Nexus. So maybe we'll be seeing Rawa a little bit longer than expected.
When apeX were playing LLL on this map, they control the snipe constantly. They push the hill from snipe side. So I expect them to do that again. It worked for them. Did they win that? I think
Which
they
one?
did.
King of the Hill against...
Yeah.
No, LLL had a comeback on that.
Really?
Yep. Well, comeback, that's one of the... I think that was the first map that they won, like, to go 2-1 down instead of 3-0 lose.
Okay.
So, yeah. Actually, let me see. I can find that. Probably, because it was on here somewhere. apeX versus LLL. Yeah, King of the Hill Nexus was the 3rd game type. So that's the game type that LLL won. So, yeah, just waiting for them to start the lobby up. Shouldn't be too long. So, extending this series by probably a game or 1 or 2. The stream's picking up a little bit. It's actually going about Halo this time, so that's better. So yeah, it should be not much longer, and then we'll get this game on the way. Loading up the map right now. Sippy sip.
I really want to see Trojan back on a really a top team. I want to see him on Dig or...
What was the team he was on at the ECL event?
He was on Link with... well, that was unexpected as well, though.
That was a great team.
That was, well, they worked well together. That's the thing. They got Eddie Lack, aka Reaction, who now lives in America and plays
Victoria's Secret.
I think he's going for pro now.
He's playing with Victoria's Secret,
yeah.
apparently.
And I heard Ruben learned a lot from Eddie, and that team just worked. They listened so well to each other, and
yeah,
they were quite good individually as well.
The main thing though, and that's what I've been saying about apeX, is they don't have a leader at all. Like, all of them are just the guys who follow and are extremely good players, but they need someone to tell them what to do sometimes, not all the time. And Eddie is exactly that guy. Eddie, I think, took them by the hand during that tournament and told them exactly what to do.
Yeah, but they had JC as well. He was playing really well. No one expected him to do that well. Well, in the final, he didn't play that well, though. I gotta be honest.
Well, didn't they have like a 6-game series? So
yeah,
he couldn't have been playing that bad.
Well, kind of choked at the last game.
Oh, okay. I don't remember. But yeah, it's it's just like Eddie is like a guy who could spot talent, Reaction, sorry. And then basically the people who... Oh, King of JC is right there, by the way. Definitely not anymore. That's unfortunate, that's unfortunate. Yeah, no, but it was... it's like everyone on apeX seems to be that guy who's a great follower, but they need someone with experience to tell them what to do in certain situations. The Countdown TS game, that's all me and Rice were speaking about, basically, that there's no one to tell a gunner that he shouldn't be going over, that he shouldn't overextend himself in a situation just to get a kill.
And they used to do it, like Eddie did that for Link Gaming when they were at ECL. You could hear him shout, just don't go for the flag, slay. Or slay and go for, yeah, well.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. You know? I mean, the EGL event will probably be one of the first events where there are actually, if LLL practice, if apeX practice, if Dignitas practice, and if Fuse practice, you'll have at least 2 or 3 teams that are actually practiced quite well. And actually,
I can't wait for the next event. It will be.
It's going to be pretty interesting. I mean, I'm very curious. I hope to catch some of it on the live stream. You know.
I'm not really proud of the level we're at now with the European teams, though. No. They really need to step it up and like practice more.
It's kind of I don't know. I had a conversation with someone about this earlier. It's kind of like the whole. Oh come on, Chucky, montage kid.
Yeah,
it's kind of like the whole scene kind of stagnated after Power split up. You know, because those days were pretty much the best. When Power was going constantly to America, and you had about 2 or 3 teams joining them every single event, those were probably the best days. Like that's when Halo was probably at its highest.
Yeah.
And then the moment Power split up, and then I quit with Kamachi as well, so then LL reformed, the Bucks left Power as well. Like the whole team changes thing happened.
Yeah, that was a big
that
storm.
was a big happening, because like 2 or 3 of the biggest teams basically split up, and ever since, like no one's really seemed to be taking that position except Eddie. Reaction. He's the only one who seems to be driven enough to actually continue it. And I mean, he's kind of on the next level because he's actually decided to make the whole jump to America. And, you know, to actually take that big leap where a lot of people wanted to do that but never really had the balls, I guess, to do that. To dedicate their whole life to Halo, which he's definitely done.
Well, he's going there for his fiancé as well.
So well, yeah, but a big part of it is Halo as well.
Well, I don't know. He was thinking about just quitting Halo overall.
Okay.
And at one point, I think he got one of the pros went up to him and said, "Yeah, you want a team?" One of Victoria's Secret, I think. And he couldn't, couldn't say no.
Okay, fair enough. But yeah, in the meantime, apeX seems to be running away with this game. They had a pretty good setup on the previous hill, catching about 60 seconds straight. And yeah, it doesn't look like Wailers is going to make that amazing 5-game comeback or 6-game comeback they would even need. Yeah. Actually, no, the game score up the top is wrong. It's supposed to be Wailers 1 and apeX 4.
4 for apeX.
Yeah, because it's a best of 9 to
yeah, that one,
best of 5.
I don't see I don't see Wailers winning this though.
No, there's no way. The game or the series?
The game and the series.
Yeah.
I hope we'll see another Slayer match, because then it will be an exciting match. Probably.
Yeah, if this miraculously does go to Wailers, which is looking extremely unlikely, then we'll have CTF Zealot and TS Oasis after this. So it just doesn't look too good for Wailers. I don't think they're gonna win either of those games. Maybe the TS on Zealot.
I want to see some nice snipes, by the way.
Yeah, Robba is known for his snipe, but he's not been sniping that well since he's been on stream at all.
It's quite a boring point of view so far.
Yeah, it is. Definitely Trojan, probably the most entertaining with Buck 20 at the Buck 20 against the Wailers was just so much fun to watch. Just doing the most stupid jumps and the most stupid snipes, but getting away with them. So it's a lot of fun. So yeah, it's basically a 100-point advantage to apeX right now. So it basically looks like we're gonna have the same thing where this game just drags on, and it's gonna end a little bit, but it's gonna take a while, unfortunately. So let's discuss the finals. We have Dignitas, LOL coming up. It's either best of 9 or best of 11. So Dignitas will
continuation.
Yeah, Dignitas is 3-1 up, and basically that means that LOL will have to win either 4 games straight, and then only be allowed to drop 1, or they have to win 6 games straight, I believe. Sorry, 5 games straight, and are only allowed to drop 2.
Yeah.
So how big do you get those chances? Because LOL were playing a lot better, but they just seem to not be at that level that Dignitas was at the moment.
Well, I think they just don't. They're not allowed to go down on themselves. If they keep the communication high, win their individual battles, keep the team shot like they did on against apeX. They had some nice team shot, but at the start they were just not winning their individual battles. I think if they do that, I reckon they will win it. But they need to.
They need to play perfect for their standards right now.
They need to start really good. A good start means so much, like in such a series when you're 3-1 behind.
Well, I think LOL have proven themselves. They don't need a good start though. I mean, they can go down and come back, but if they go down now, then they basically leave themselves absolutely no room for error, and you cannot do that against Dignitas because no matter how long you basically drag on the series, Dignitas will win games eventually. And in the best case scenario, LOL are allowed to drop 2 games, and they have to win like 6. So it's looking to me quite unlikely, especially because the apeX series and the LOL series was extremely close. I mean, actually all of those games could have gone either way, and Dignitas basically beat both of them quite handily.
Yeah, we'll see though, because I think LOL are really pumped to play Dig right now. They just came back from a win.
They don't look like the same team. They, you know, when you and I were playing, like just get hyped and shit with Komachi, like just get hyped and that kind of thing. The Bucks don't really seem to get affected that much. Shinado doesn't seem to get pumped up.
They like to keep it cool and collected, and it works for them. So as long as they do that and just don't, like at some points they just don't talk, like they stop communicating because they want to win their individual battles and try to focus more on their screen than on the teamwork. That's when it starts to go wrong.
Yeah.
And that's where I try to help them and like get them back to communicating.
How important do you think you are to these guys as a coach right now?
At this point, not that important, because I'm not that good of a coach. I just try to get into the other team's head, basically. That's all I'm doing. Okay.
Sorry, I'm a little distracted here. Anyway, this match is dragging out to be a bit more, but yeah, LOL Dignitas, that's going to be a great series. I mean, Dignitas have been looking the most dominant team here by far, dropping 1 game so far. You know, that, I mean, they've been damn near flawless so far, and they've played 4 series already, so they're looking pretty good. And it's going to be interesting to see because LOL potentially, I would say I would rate the guys on LOL higher than I would the guys on Dignitas. But it's all about the amount of effort you put in, and that is literally way more than 80% about how good you actually are.
Sure.
The potential you have is a very, very small amount of how good you actually are. Practice means so much more nowadays. So yeah, at the moment I would rate Dignitas higher, but if LOL managed to just somehow click extremely well in the finals, they could pull up an upset, and you know, so in Shinao's home country, so is Pino's. So maybe they can just pull it out.
I don't know if you have seen the ridiculous teamwork the Bucks have with each other, like natural bait and switch. It's so good, and it's so good to watch as well. Like they don't need to say, yeah, back down, I'll come in. Like it just goes natural for them. It's such a good thing of the team.
Yeah,
and I think like yeah, you see Shinado backing them up as well. They just have really good teamwork, and I really hope that they'll crush Dignitas with their teamwork.
Like this event already?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you are the coach, obviously. So
I'm expecting them to just grow into the tournament, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And from now on,
they could. I mean, but it's really hard because Dignitas have just come back from back-to-back tournament wins. So, you know, I think you might be underestimating Dig a little bit just because of the fact that they have just won 2 tournaments in back-to-back. And LLL have just not looked that dominant yet, if you know what I mean. You know, it would be great entertainment, and I'd sign on the dotted line for it, but just don't see it happening right now. I think for the EGL event is where LLL will actually, if they start practicing, make that huge jump, and probably be maybe even a favorite for first with Dignitas. If not, yeah, who knows? I don't know.
If not, they have the chance to prove themselves at MLG.
Yeah, which I find weird, but I mean, I obviously.
You reckon they don't deserve it?
No, not at all. But I mean, they.
I think it's good for the organization to put so much trust into it.
Yeah, it's amazing. I mean, LLL are probably the best sponsor out by far. There's no other sponsor except for Dignitas, but Dignitas have never really offered the same kind of support to their teams as LLL have. Although they have been the closest by far, and they're a great sponsor. But LLL have continuously been probably the best sponsor out. Power was really good for a little while, but that faded pretty quickly the moment they started losing success. And LLL has definitely stuck with this team through thick and thin, and yeah, like amazing credit to those guys. But I'm not sure if LLL deserve it at all at the moment. They haven't performed well at any tournaments recently, and haven't really put the effort in either.
I kind of want Justin to die and give Robert a snipe, but that's not happening.
Looks like this game is almost over, though. Looks like
what is he trying to do?
Kind of a romping from the start.
Might have worked on Xbox Live.
Looks like a romping from the start, though. I mean, if we could fast forward these type of games, I would love to. That would be awesome. Just a little fast forward, maybe you stop at the highlights, do instant replay stuff. 236 and counting against 130. Looking like they're going to shut this game down on the top hill. Decent shots by Raba, but he's not been too impressive. Obviously, maybe he's just not playing as well. He knows.
I thought he was sick when he was on TCM, but this time I'm not impressed whatsoever.
Maybe it's just right now, you know, they've already lost against LLL, and they've kind of they wanted to compete for first, and now they're stuck with a third place finish. So obviously they might not be as motivated. It's a bit of a consolation game at the end of the day. So 4 more seconds, but Wailers is hanging on and trying to get these last couple of seconds out. So if Robert decides to go for the hill for once, then we'll probably finish this game, and there you go. apeX giving up 1 game to Wailers, so at least Wailers took a game from them. But all in all, easy win for apeX. 5-1 win, sorry, overall. apeX take 3rd place and walk away with, I believe, 300 euros, which is pretty nice for a 5-team event, getting 3rd place and then walking away with some money. So well done to them. So it's going to be Dignitas and LLL soon. Whoa, apeX going to win plus 24 there. Bit of a racial whore, but you know, why not? Why not show what you're made of?
Well, we haven't seen his point of view. He might have been just really good for the team and getting.
Oh yeah, kills. Yeah. I'm sure he was. I'm sure he was. I'm sure he was doing everything for the objective.
That's what you used to say when you went youth
on
our team.
I did everything. I was best player alive. Anyway, we'll have Dignitas and LLL up in a little while. It'll take a little while because they still have to set up and that kind of thing. I'll have some interviews in the meantime. Talk to Gunnar, hopefully off of apeX, or maybe someone else off of apeX, and then before the final start, I'll talk to someone on LLL or Dignitas, and just see how that goes. All right, guys. See you guys in a little bit.